Hi, my name is Lilly Cadoch, certified health coach and author of the award-winning book, Busy Mom's Cheat Sheet. I'm here today with cooking tips to eat smart, focusing on the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet is a healthy eating plan based on the traditional cuisines of Greece, Italy, and other countries that border the Mediterranean Sea, including Hadassah's favorite, Israel. Interest in this diet started in the 50s, when it was noted that heart disease was not as common in Mediterranean countries as it was in the US. Plant-based foods such as whole grains, vegetables, legumes, fruits, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices are the foundation of this diet, and olive oil is the main source of added fat. We're focusing on roasting vegetables. Roasting vegetables intensifies the flavors and makes them more satisfying, moving the main dish salads to the center of the plate. Keep in mind that different vegetables cook at different rates, and there's a lot of variation for what you could use. So let's turn the oven on to 425 preheat. So we could directly toss the roasted vegetables in the sheet pan, which I will be doing with some red onion, some delicate squash, which I love, especially this time of year. Just put it here. Just put whatever you have on hand. Some butternut squash, which this you could also buy pre-cut, which definitely is a time saver. And I have here some cauliflower, which I just bought in the store pre-cut to also save a lot of time. But basically, this works with any vegetable that you have on hand. So you want to just spread these out so they're flat. So you don't want to steam them and add that added moisture. So you want to keep it like that. So we're going to be, the fat that we're going to be adding is olive oil. This contains monosaturated fat. So we're just going to pour some across the sheet pan and then add whatever spices you want. Adding some sea salt. Kosher salt is also, and Himalayan salt are the ones that I tend to use when I roast vegetables. And then here, some paprika. Some paprika just to kind of spread across. Since today we're focusing on these great Mediterranean flavors. Za'atar, which has like marjoram, thyme, sumac, toasted sesame seeds. Here we go. All right. So you want to just make sure all the olive oil kind of gets in there. Toss it. And it'll definitely add all that flavor and spices. So we're going to stick this in the oven. It's on 425 for about a half hour. But you do want to check on it since different vegetables cook at different rates. And you can like mix them up halfway through. So also for this dish, we're going to be roasting chickpeas. And this is a great source of protein that's very versatile and inexpensive. So what I had here is I had canned chickpeas, which are easy to use. You can also, boil your own from scratch, and rinsed it and laid out to dry. This step is very important because if they are not completely dry, they'll have the moisture and they won't be as crispy. So just take some of the whatever amount of chickpeas you have here that could be laid flat. So now we want to add the olive oil. Just drizzle that on. Then we're going to, again, add the Mediterranean spices here, some sea salt, paprika, and za'atar. And then just give that a good toss. And then before you put them in the oven, just flatten them out, spread them apart so that they could become crispy. So we're going to put these in the oven, which has been preheating on 425 for about 30 minutes. For this dish, we're going to be making a simple lemon tahini vinaigrette dressing. You can use this on roasted vegetables, on really anything. This will be guaranteed a staple in your house. This has less than 5 ingredients: olive oil and tahini, which is made out of sesame seeds, and these are both healthy fats that help lower cholesterol. Then we have 1 garlic clove, lemon, and we have a little bit of hot water here to thin it out. So let's get going. I'm going to pour about 1/4 cup of tahini. And as you can see here, it's a bit thick. About 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We want a half a lemon, and I'm going to put it into this handy lemon press. And the key is to have these like tools at your fingertips just to make things super easy to make. It smells so good. Okay. And then 1 garlic clove, also in this garlic press. Here we go. Just get that. And then I'm just going to put a pinch of sea salt in here. And then you see it's a bit thick. I'm just going to be adding a little bit of warm water. So you want to get a consistency where it's not as thick as it originally was, and it could just be poured on as a dressing to the roasted vegetables, to any grains, any protein. Super easy and delicious. It smells so good in here. The roasted veggies and the garbanzo beans are ready. So as you see, they're like golden brown, getting a little caramelized. The garbanzo beans are super crispy. Just keep in mind that ovens vary. Keep an eye on it, and when you start smelling it, you'll know when it's ready. So to assemble this as a salad, I recommend dark leafy greens, which are very nutrient dense and they hold well to the roasted vegetables. So what I'm going to first do is add a little bit of olive oil to the greens and a pinch of sea salt. And just give that like a little toss. You could use any greens you have at home. This is like arugula, baby spinach, some spring mix, romaine, anything would be great. And then I'm just going to add the roasted veggies. How easy is this? From 1 sheet pan to 1 bowl. Look at how caramelized and beautiful the red onions look. Adding the garbanzo beans. The crunch could serve like a more nutrient dense version of a crouton and has a lot of protein as well. So now we're just going to toss this all together. It smells so good. And the spices, you definitely smell the za'atar spice come out, the paprika. Very quick and easy to make. And here I have some raw red onions that I'm just going to add to it. You could add any other vegetables that you love in a salad. This will just give it a little extra flavor. And then a little bit more sea salt. And then let's add some pepper. Now let's get ready to plate. So take a heaping amount on that bowl. Add a little more like lettuce on top. And then drizzle it with the lemon tahini dressing. And you could use, as much dressing as you like here. And then we're going to just garnish it with some pomegranate seeds. And here you could use any kind of, like if you want to use any dates, figs, sprinkle a little bit, sea salt at the end, and dig in.